guys, this is Mega881000 again, and I'm coming here with another review about Bandai Figure-riseStandard Amplified MetalGreymon Model Kit figure. By the way, for sure I will have to split this review into several parts, as there's so much to talk about, to discuss and show about this kit here. So this is the first part of my review about Amplified MetalGreymon Kit. So let's see how far we can get with the first part here. At the beginning, a bit of a short recap. After the short unboxing and my new little real-time building up video series with a total of 10 parts, it's now time for this Figure-riseStandard Amplified MetalGreymon Model Kit figure to take a closer look at, as I promised you again at the end of the last building up video part. By the way, I already recorded this real-time building up just within a few days at the beginning of August 2024. In case you're wondering that I uploaded the single building up video parts over several months for now this year, I am doing this just for you, done this just for you, similar like I did it with all my Figure-rise Digimon Kits building up uploads before, so that there are enough other videos with different content to watch in between, you know. Figure-riseStandard Amplified MetalGreymon Kit got already announced about mid-June 2023 with a suggested retail price by Bandai of 6,600 yen. At this time it would have been about a bit over 46 US dollars or about a bit over 42 euros. Additionally, it was said that pre-orders were opened at Hobby Link Japan for about $50 at this time. It was also easily available in our Western world shops, but for almost the double of the Japanese price. Yeah, double of the Japanese price. For example, in German shops, I seen him at unbelievable prices of 80 to 90 euros, which I already judged in my info video I made about his promo to be extremely expensive for being just such a rather simpler model kit figure, right? Yeah, I think it was the most expensive Amplified Digimon kit to date, but it really worths it on the other hand for sure, because even if it is expensive, you can at least see with Amplified MetalGreymon that the designers put a lot of effort with every fiber into this kit, and it comes with so many accessories, which facts at least justifying this high price for me. You will see it all with my review. Yeah, you will experience this all. By the way, the kit's design is based on MetalGreymon's normal character design from the 2020 reboot anime they did for Adventure, not from the original Adventure anime, right? But yeah, they took this design as a base. The proving is also the logo of the Digimon Adventure 2020 reboot anime there on the box. Yeah, they take this as base and did an amplified version of it. Yeah. As I already mentioned, I also made an info video with my pre-thoughts about his promo, which I published in my channel on the 6th August 2023. I was really excited to get him since the announcements were done and promotion were done, because he just looked really good from the pictures alone. And MetalGreymon's normal design was a perfect choice for this Amplified series to amplify it, right? Yeah, I think I had already made that more than clear in my info video about his promo. If you've seen this all, you also know this, right? Yeah. By the way, Bandai's designer A.S. Mariah developed and designed this Amplified MetalGreymon Kit figure again, and he did a fantastic job with it. Again, by the way, guys, in addition, the responsible designer posted a very detailed blog consisting of even 2 pages with a bunch of images of the Figure-rise Amplified MetalGreymon Kit at the Bandai Hobby Site Hatena blog on the 24th November 2023. This blog got following great intro. Hello everyone, reading the Hobby Division development blog. This is what we will introduce this time. Greymon! Shinka! MetalGreymon! Yeah. They designed it a bit, yeah, nostalgic with such green 01001111 design, you know, which you can see in the, yeah, like computer speech or something, which you also can see in some of the evolution scenes, I think. Yeah, and they also did a bit of a short character bio to it, which was a perfect Digimon that has transformed its body into weapons and armor for battle. His special attack, the Giga Destroyer, has an unmatched destructive power. Everything was, yeah, designed with this green 0101 codes there. But the character bio continues with: from the Digimon Adventure series, the perfect Digimon MetalGreymon Wasine with strong body and steel weaponry is now available in the Figure-riseStandard Amplified series. I also wanted to show you the blog on screen, yeah, because there were so much pictures and things and stuff, but I couldn't find it anymore at the time I recorded this video, and yeah, so sorry I can't show you it anymore. But I think there is no better way to start my review about a Figure-rise Amplified MetalGreymon model kit figure, so I will use and check the content of the blog as well as the statements of the promo page and the content of my info video back then and my pre-thoughts from it for a better assessment, and with the real model kit figure for this review now. And if necessary, I will also correct and update my pre-thoughts from the Info Vid. You should know my videos by now, how I doing them, how I using the official blogs and stuff, if there are things to use. Yeah, so I made my script using this. Yeah, as usual, we starting his review again with, yeah, some rotation, some close-ups, and yeah, so I have to change my setting here. Oh, stay there, please stay there. I put it on this CD stand here, yeah, because he is really big and I don't have so much space here. And yeah, first and foremost, the box is really big. So, there we go. There we go. I think I think we can also let's stay the box in the background here. So you have the image, box title image there. So yeah, there we go. Quick rotation. Oh, it's not good. It's not good letting the box here. Oh, he is bigger than I thought. Of course, I did the recording in German for the German video version of this review, but yeah. But what I also have to mention here, we're also doing close-ups on those various points with the statements from the blog there. But bit of close-ups for the nice detailing and stuff we have to do here with this great kit. So yeah, you also can see the shimmering wings already. Nice implemented in every way, I think. Yeah. You also can, of course, open his mouth, and he is almost to the teeth, to the mouth there. Yeah, there's the cannon. He has a cannon in his mouth. Why not? Why not? For sure. So big, strong legs and feet there. Also look at this veining and scaling detailing there. That's great. That's great they added such stuff there. Yeah, look at the eyes. Look at the claw here, the hand and the claws. Really dinosaur-like. I like it much. Yeah, so much about the close-ups here, because yeah, we're doing close-ups every time for these statements from the blog. You will see, you will experience this all along this review and those review parts and my provided stuff here. So yeah. There you go. What I also have to mention is following, and that box is, the box is not good here, I think. Maybe we have to change the setting a bit. Yeah, to get more space here. There you go. There we go. Is that good? Is that enough? I think that's enough. That should be enough. Yeah, open the mouth a bit. So, there we go. Oh, I also, wanted to say already following, but I forgot it again. He is still in his original condition, nothing I customized. Original colors, like build it from the box, you know. So the first point of the review is here again, implementation, sculpted details, all details, present, proportions. The statements from the blog summarized in relation to this point were following: runners, stickers. Runners and stickers are also 0.01 in the blog, were 0.01 in the blog. Next up is the introduction of runners and stickers. By the way, I will include the stickers topic in the review when we are at the coloring topic, right? First, let us look at the official statements from the blog about sculpting, detailing of the runners. Let's start with the runners for each body part. That was again a statement from the blog. There are scale features on various body sections that are also visible on the pure runner. Yeah. So we have to do the first close-up for the scale features there. It's not the whole body has the scale features, but on certain sections there are also they are everywhere, but not complete. You know what I mean? How much of the scale features on the legs, on the tail, on the body, on the arm, the organic arm, I think also on the neck. Can we get a close-up on the neck there? No, but on the jaw there we have scaling features. In the belly there, belly section, yeah, scaling features everywhere. Yeah. In addition to the high level of detailing and density that is characteristic for the Amplified series, the modeling of the biological parts which were not converted into cyber components getting also expressed realistically. Yeah, we have it again with veining, muscles, sculpting, looking at the veining, sculpting, and the muscles, of course. Also, yeah, there we have a veining, sculpting. And the muscles, of course. Muscles are more on this real organic arm. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. There we have the veining, sculpting there. The wing parts are recreated with PET foil. The transition from bright blue at the base to purple at the tip gives it a digital feel. In addition, due to the holographic processing, the color impression changes in complex way depending on the viewing angle and the incidence of light, or the angle, of course. And I think you also have seen this already. There we have those shimmering effect, which looks very nice. Looks a bit like the solar wings on spaceships and stuff like that. There we go. All this. The structure looks a bit like solar cells. Yeah, like wings of, yeah, spacecrafts and stuff. Sun sails, if you can call it like this. Don't know the word for that, the exact word. Yeah, I think you have seen this. And that was also rather more some topic about coloring with the shimmering wings. But it also counts to the perfect implementation for the wings, right? Yeah, and I have to get some, yeah, logical order for my review telling all those stuff. You know? But here we have the shimmering effect again. It not delivers so well when it's more away from the camera, but yeah, I can't get it at the moment. But you have seen it. You have seen it. Point 02 in the blog was checking the bare runner module preview. Here is the finished product. They just shown the runners and the unexampled parts and the wing PET foils for the wings, the PET foils. Then they showed pictures of the finished, the assembled product. Yeah. So again, here is the finished product. It's an amazing kit with the power of a monster, the mass of the machine, and especially the volume, including the wings. Next coming the details. When designing the organic parts, the know-how from the Planosaurus series was used to further increase the living feeling, for example by molding muscles, blood vessels and scales. We have it already. By the way, the Planosaurus series is Bandai's model kit series of real dinosaurs. Yeah, so they used some knowledge from and design aspects from the series, which matches to the MetalGreymon. Yeah, very nice that they done this. The mechanical components also contain many features, and you can feel the precision and roughness of the exposed mechanical parts, making it a design arrangement that can truly be called a cyborg type Digimon. Yeah, and we're doing close-ups on the mechanical parts and a good transition between the organic parts and the mechanical parts, which is also very smooth and nice. There we have on the back much of the mechanical parts. Yeah, we have the trident arm, many molded details. Head, helmet, chest, cables and wires and stuff there. Yeah, and the good transition between mechanical parts and the real skin, also very nice. Also here we have some mechanical detailing for, yeah, showing up the amplified things here. Also the wings, I think, counting to that wing design, counting to that, which is more mechanical than on the original design, because yeah, the wings on the original MetalGreymon design and also on the reboot are more organic wings, skinned wings. There you go, you have all the mechanical details in view. Also there we have some mechanical design details on the tail tip, in the mouth. There we go. You have seen it. You have seen it. Yeah. Let us come to point 03 in the block. This is detail and articulation. However, we will discuss the block statements on articulation also later in my review, and I think in a second or a third video part. I don't know how far we can get here. Yeah, again back to the statements from the block to this point. To make the inside of the mouth look more like a living creature, a red transparent part is placed over the white parts of the mouth. The inside of the mouth is completed right at the beginning of the build-up with only these two parts. The teeth on the white parts come out of the holes from the clear parts, creating a realistic representation of teeth growing from the gums. In addition, the surface of the transparent part is textured, which gives the model kit figure a more realistic feel, resembling a living being. Yeah, this refers to the natural surface structure texture of the tongue and gum parts. the last statements, we have a closer look on this nice transition, like the teeth really growing out from the gums. That's nice. That's also this, also have a structure there. Also the tongue has a bit of a rough texture there, a raw texture. You can hear this. Yeah, very nice implementation, and I think they also took that from the Planosaurus series, this design. It matches perfectly for MetalGreymon. That's so nice. That looks so good. Yeah. Looks so good. It looks very lively. Also, he can close the mouth, it matches the teeth. It's a really outstanding design. Yeah. The blue stripes, we going back to the block statement. The blue stripes inherited from Greymon on various body sections are reproduced by part separation. Just assemble it and it's done, just like in the anime. In addition, the blue stripes and orange body surface are designed to make the muscle lines blend together naturally. Well, here it's not the anime, but the Amplified design, but whatever. They probably wanted to emphasize that despite the amplifying thing, the original MetalGreymon anime character design from the reboot is still very recognizable. At least that's how I would interpret it, and in that sense I do completely agree, right? Yeah. And the thing with the stripes actually belonging to the next coloring topic, so we will move on to that at next, because I don't think there's much more to say about implementation, sculpt, detailing. It got very well described in the blog how great and well done Amplified MetalGreymon's overall image is, thanks to the various design aspects and efforts and thoughts that went into making it so perfectly. Right, guys? Yeah, we're going a bit more into my provided stuff, but at first we have to make close-ups on those stripes, which are again, yeah, created by parts dividing thing and putting parts together. That are no stickers. All the blue stripes are plastic parts put together with the orange parts. That's all no stickers, and that transition is very smooth. Also in the back we have some stripes. On the lower body section we have such stripes that are no stickers. Again, that are all no stickers, that are plastic parts which fitting so nicely. Yeah, this transition is very nice. He has not this much of the stripes for MetalGreymon design. The Greymon has more, but yeah. The stripes, they made perfectly. And that shows the quality of this kit, not using just stickers for the stripes. Which I think they would done for, yeah, a smaller figure, I could imagine, but yeah. They made it like this, and that's great. It looks good, it's high quality, guys. Yeah. We're going on with my provided stuff here. This all meant to just highlight how good and detailed the entire sculpt is. for being such a model kit figure for the mechanical cyborg as well as for the organic components, that all details have been taken into account, everything is present for the normal MetalGreymon design, and that additional components have been added for the Amplified design for the mechanical components. There are really some to discover. Really good, also with the scale sculpting for the organic body part, skin on many sections, the veining thing, the muscle sculpting, everything. Just incredibly good and harmonious. Yeah, it's really MetalGreymon's normal character design from the 2020 reboot anime adventure to a very fitting amount amplified. It looked very promising from the product images already, and this good feeling with the real figure in hands now remains to 100%. The implementation of the wings with this chosen PET foil design plus the color changing effect fits perfectly with the rest of the Amplified design and couldn't be better designed. It creates the described digital feeling in design, print, appearance and coloring. In my info video I already said back then that the design of Amplified MetalGreymon was really well done. And that was and is not just my own opinion, but also the opinion of many others. In the live chat of YouTuber 86 Reviews, maybe you know him, for example, they voted for the best articulated figures for 2023 from various manufacturers and brands and across genres, across all franchises, and for 86 reviews this Amplified MetalGreymon Kit even made it into this vote, and that's meaning something. For being a rather simpler model kit figure, that meaning something. He was considered one of the best figures in 2023 from this YouTuber. What's up with you? Yeah. So again, as I said in my info video, kudos to the designer in charge, AS Mariah, for amplifying MetalGreymon's normal character design with this model kit figure very fittingly for the special Amplified redesign. With Amplified MetalGreymon, he managed the balancing act very well of retaining parts of the original design from the reboot anime of MetalGreymon and still being very recognizable despite and while it was amplified to a certain good and above all fitting extent. I said in my info vid that for MetalGreymon's normal design it just fits perfectly and it was more suitable for him than in contrary to other selected Digimon characters getting an Amplified design, redesign, or MetalGreymon's design was more suitable or better for it than others they chose for redesigning them for the Amplified series. I would just update my own statements from the info vid to say that MetalGreymon's design was just perfect and predestined to amplify it, right? Also the fact that it is very well detailed also put the focus on the super detailing of the eyes and mouth. Well, the eyes turned out to be just white parts, plastic parts with 3 stickers for the different eye sections and details. I thought that they were all plastic parts and no stickers this time in the info vid, but I was wrong about it. I just wanted to update this. The only plastic piece is the white plastic piece underneath and what is still visible from the white parts. The other three things are stickers. We're coming back to the stickers with the coloring topic anyway, so we have to continue here. Yeah. A finish with a sense of high quality can definitely be noticed and acknowledged here. And you can just see that they really put a lot of effort into creating a good product, and it seems less or not at all forced than in country it seemed for me, at least, for Amplified MetalGreymon. No, here it just goes really well with MetalGreymon. That's it. And I think you know and see what I mean by that. Yes, that's what I said back then in my info video for his promo. You can really see from many of the mentioned aspects, and also from those that will continue to follow here, that enough budget was invested to be able to put so much attention to detail and effort into it. For example, I would like to focus here lastly on the great implementation of the inside of the mouth, the teeth and the gums. Yeah, very, very nice. Which really creates a really good look, natural look with this breathtaking design. Really great dinosaur mouth design. Though I find the choice of clear red plastic for the red plastic a bit odd, because tongue and gums are not transparent in real, but that is also nitpicking at a very high level, and I think the designers wanted exactly like that. They wanted it like that. That was just my personal opinion, and now enough of it. But yeah, if I would have been the designer, I wouldn't just not took transparent red plastic. I would just take matte red plastic for the tongue and the gums for this piece, and also for the aperture red plastic piece. But that's my opinion. Like I said, I guess the designer, they wanted it exactly like that. Yeah, the sculpt and proportions are sharper than those of today's action figures for children, so these kits should also generally meet collectors' demands better. Sure, as a real figure arts figure it would be something different, but with such a successful overall image and look, the Amplified MetalGreymon Kit figure almost touching the real figure arts realm, also by looking at the countless option ports and the various display options possible through those option ports, about which we will talk later on, and I think, yeah, in a second video part again. But to keep it more interesting, I quickly showing you the option ports. Here we have the arm, the Alteris arm for the Alteris mode. Pieces for the original gimmick arm option. And the two Giga Destroyer rockets, including the stands. There we go. And also a little adapter piece for flying poses for separate stand base. Yeah, there we go. Have shown you them quick. That's what I wanted to do to keep it more interesting for you. But we have to go on Yes, and this first good impression remains 100% even with the real figure in hands, and I think it's just more impressive once you've built it with your own hands. I can't find anything bad about it. A rock solid pose-able model kit figure of MetalGreymon as an amplified design with today's standards in terms of sculpt and appearance, and a great wing design. With a custom paint job with real metallic colors, etc. you could easily bring it even more up to figure arts level, but the original look of certain components isn't also this cheap and pale for being such a model kit. And that brings us finally to the next topic of my review, which is coloring colors, color tones, textures of colors. Including to that, first of all, again the statements from the blog about the whole coloring thing and point, better said. Comes with foil and 3D metallic stickers. 3D metallic stickers reflecting light more strongly than foil stickers, creating an accent that enhances the mechanical feel. And that's true. They also fit really well with the rest of the mechanical components and show again the great effort that was put into to deliver a good product, right? And here we have some of these 3D stickers. Quick. There we have another one. But I think in the German review he was a bit, more friendly to me to get this review done. The blue stripes inherited from Greymon were reproduced by Parts Division. The blue stripes and the arranged body surface are shaped the way that the muscle lines naturally blend together. Yeah, we had this before, yes, but this is also a part of the coloring topic, as well as the grandiose, colorful implementation of the shimmering wings, again in the form of the transition from bright blue at the base to purple at the tip gives a digital feel to it. In addition, due to the holographic processing, the color impression changes in a complex way depending on the viewing angle and incidence of light. And of course, there were also more about the great wing design implementation in the blog, which I am now including in the coloring topic, such as these are the wing parts of Amplified MetalGreymon. From the usual MetalGreymon wings to the amplified wing design like wings made of light, in addition to the design of the details, the texture and shine of the material have also been amplified. On the left and right, large, medium and small sized wings are taken into account in pairs, so we strive for the best appearance in the spreaded state. That's what they wrote in the blog. The PET foils of the wings are holographically processed and changing color depending on the light. If you look more closely, you can see that the honeycomb pattern is engraved on one side of the wing, and its design appears to be digital down to the last detail. Again, I would say they, remembering on solar wings of spaceships, spacecrafts, solar cells. Has a bit of this feeling, and that matches to Amplified MetalGreymon to get more mechanical aspects. Really, really nice and fitting. I can't say it enough. because it's true. Yeah. Some of this also is part of the implementation topic, but somehow, like I said before, I had to bring a certain order into it for the review. Also, the statements about a great implementation of the mouth are also part of the coloring topic in this respect. By that, I also would include a nice implementation with the clear parts on the trident arm for this lighting up thing. On the rear design, they used some red clear parts, also some more yellow clear parts for the trident arm on both sides. Another nice design aspect showing off the quality, the good product. Yeah. I think I can keep the rest about the coloring topic short again. Well, in general, it's just a model kit figure with the typical rather paler molding colors and that look the pieces runners are molded from, which just only looks really good when you give it in better complete custom paint job with glossy metallic colors in the original condition. Typical for model kits, you cannot meet such higher collector's demands if you have them when it comes to color design, for sure. But that should be clear from the start. But for Amplified MetalGreymon, this also doesn't matter that much, or rather only for the mechanical components, that it's in quotation marks just a pale model kit with this typical rather pale model kit's plastic looks. It's not as obvious on him at all, since he doesn't has a complete metallized body or not wearing a complete shiny armor. But he also consists of real body parts, organic parts, with real skin and a matte orange molding color for the skin for the blue stripes just fits very well. Matte red for the hair and matte white for his real claws also fits very nicely. For the teeth, I think maybe they used a more shiny white molding color, I don't know. But yeah, for the hair, red matte plastic is also not a bad choice at all. For most of the mechanical components, it is the somewhat cheaper looking, matte iron gray molding color, which also works on the other hand. And for the front section of the trident arm till the 3 single claws, the metal claws, there's even a very nice color difference with this part here, because they actually even considered a higher quality injection molded silver metallic molding color for this section here. Yeah. Which I think is really great for having a few more color accents for those mechanical components. Here you can see again the striving for a decent matching amount of quality for the high price. You can see this in other things too, for example the fact that they used transparent yellow and red plastic for matching selected components to create a lighting up effect is also really nice. And yeah, we do the close up on the more metallic injection molded silver metallic molding color for this piece, which is a bit of a color accent and difference between the normal iron gray parts which are not looking this good, but yeah, they are not looking this bad, because you have also to say the iron gray plastic color is not wrong, because those are no such shiny metallic components on the real character design. You should also consider by that, right? Yeah. This also continues with the 3D metallic stickers for suitable sections, such as on both mechanical upper arm components. Both, I mean, they also put it for the second option arm with for the Alteris arm, the red clear plastic. They considered also for this arm. Yeah, maybe also for the fire stream of the Giga Destroyer rockets. And we have those 3D stickers there and there. Also again on the option Alteris arm there. But no further clear parts on this. Yeah. There's also incredibly high level of detailing for the mechanical components, but logically only in one color. All of these sculpted molded details could be highlighted a bit more and in different ways with custom paint job. Yes, but at least they even considered a darker molding color for one cable component on the right front body section. There we have another color accent to the other iron gray color pieces. Yeah, for another good different color accent in compared to the rest of the rather same colored mechanical components. That is also a very nice detail, I think. For the Alteris option arm and the Blitz arm or original gimmick parts, we also have a few parts molded from injection metallic gold plastic, which are showing off quick again. There we have those metallic gold injection molded metallic gold pieces, or at least metallic yellow, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And then the shiny blue metallic foil stickers for further glowing details on the middle horn. Similar to the, yeah, also in the helmet there, the helmet front section. Metallic blue, light metallic blue stickers. Yeah, which are similar to the glowing X antibody crystals as it is with the real Digimon X designs, because yeah, it's a bit of reminiscent of the MetalGreymon X design, the Amplified design, because I think also I.S. Mariah designed the MetalGreymon X. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. And the super matching design and color scheme for the wings again. In general, there are no paint apps or coloring for details missing. All details are made from the matching molding colors, and for this they considered enough runners in the budget. Very nice. Which is a very nice aspect, right? Showing high quality, showing good product. Bandai even used the dark brown color of the Greymon helmet, for the side horns, which not getting metallized iron gray like in contrary the rest of the helmet for MetalGreymon when he evolves from Greymon, like it is with MetalGreymon's original design, in order to retain the special design aspect for the Amplified MetalGreymon design too. Though those are the only parts which are molded from this brown plastic runner, so they didn't had to do that for the modified Amplified design, because Amplified design is different. But because they even took this design aspect into account, it is simply implemented extremely well and is a wanted homage to MetalGreymon's original design they kept for the Amplified MetalGreymon design. I like it. I like everything on him. He looks great. All of this combined creates a not so cheap overall image in terms of coloring, which helps this kit to distract from the fact just being a kit with this rather more for model kits typical simpler matte plastic looks. I found nothing to complain about here. Yeah, and we're doing again a close-up on the mechanical parts. Shall we do? Because this is the review, so we have to show off things, right? I also want to show you some hidden mechanical parts there, which also has a structure, a molded structure, and that also there to show off. It's getting a bit more mechanical for these hinges. All those things are very nicely, and yeah, they're blending together very nicely. I think they done a great job. I can't say it often enough. So the rest is molded from the corresponding different colored plastic parts again, from the molding colors. For the in quotation marks missing paint apps or things that are not created by putting different colored parts together, or the parts dividing thing, you have the included 2 sticker sheets, which I will show you as well. For the eyes, there we have that are the 3D metallic sticker sheet, and those are the foil sticker sheet. There we go. Yeah. We coming back to the eyes implementation again, which is a big point, because they solved this very well, I think. The eyes are super detailed. The part underneath is, like I said before, molded from a white plastic piece to reproduce the outside sections around the iris. The front and back sections around the eyes, the purple sections, got reproduced with these 2 purple stickers. The sections for the blue iris, pupil, black pupil, and the white shiny spots are the actual eye stickers, just for the accurate representation of the eyes. We got each a white plastic piece and 3 stickers. If that's not high quality, my friends, then I don't know what it is. Yeah, high quality, good product to justify the high price. Again. Now we're talking about all the stickers. 2 dark gray stickers for better detailing of the different colored components for the side horns. These are no plastic pieces integrated. This are stickers, and I think you can see this. That are stickers. But they took this design aspect also into account, which is very nice. It's okay when you're using stickers for that. For the molded rivet details on the various body parts, you have these stickers with the rivets or screw designs for all of them, and I will be showing them to you. We have 2 of these rivet screw stickers on the shoulder of the organic arm, 2 for each of the knee sections. There we go, there we have them. 2 each for the front foot toe section, inside and outside. This is a sticker. Those are plastic parts. The screw designs, the rivet things are stickers, which were a bit of kinda difficult to put on. If you've seen my building up videos, it was a bit of a struggle to put them on, yeah, but it pays off in the end. I have to say, it pays off in the end. 2 red or blue stickers each for the chest hatch details. Those are the foil stickers. You could choose to take the blue or red ones. I decided for the red ones, as I explained during the building up session, because they also lighting up red on the reboot Anime MetalGreymon design, so I chosen the red ones. You can also use both colors, maybe for one side the blue, for the other side the red. You can use the blue stickers for both sides. I decided for the red stickers because for the mentioned reason. Yeah. Then the mentioned glowing X antibody like crystals in this light blue metallic color for the front sections of the helmet and middle horn, and several for the outsides and for detailing of the cannon for the Alterous arm, which adding further glossy color accents to this Alterous arm. Also here we have another of the sticker. Here we have those stickers, very nice. On the front we have such light blue, metallic blue stickers. Yeah. And the already mentioned 3D metallic stickers for the upper section for both mechanical arms. I won't show you this other arm again because it's the same. There we have the 3D stickers. And yeah, 3D metallic stickers, the yellow ones, and for the jaw sections there we have another of this 3D metallic stickers in red. In addition, we got some bigger yellow 3D stickers, metallic 3D metallic stickers to stick them onto the yellow transparent plastic parts components inside the trident arm to enhance this lighting up effect on both sides. If they are not considered those stickers, the lighting up effect of those yellow plastic parts wouldn't be this so obvious, I think. So this is another good point to it for high quality, a good product, very much effort, yeah. And the original molding colors of the plastic don't looking that cheap either, as I described and shown detailed, so it works for the Amplified MetalGreymon Kit, right guys? All of this summarized again creates a pretty high quality finish for being such a rather pale model kit figure. If that's not enough, and if you want to customize it yourself, yeah, with better colors. To the full, you have again the color guide, official color guide by Bandai, printed in the instructions. There we go. My next point is size, and I think that's the last point we're doing for this first part of the review. The Figure-riseStandard Digimon model kit figures of the Amplified series are generally much bigger than those of the much smaller Anime Design Digimon Kit figure series. For example, we're doing quick compare with Anime Design Greymon to making this more obvious. Yeah, and have a fairly impressive matchingly larger size. Yeah? Amplified MetalGreymon measures in this approximate normal, more upright standing pose due to free balancing dinosaur-like pose from feet to wing top about 8.3 inches or a bit over 21 centimeters. It depends on the pose and how you pose things, of course. The length of the normal MetalGreymon with only the trident arm measures in the most outstretched pose from the trident arm class to the tail tip almost 11.8 inches or almost 30 centimeters. With the Ultras arm attached, I want to show you in the next or in the second part of my review, it might reaches a length of about 15.7 inches, about 40 centimeters. He's also a huge character in the anime, so he scales relatively well with the two Figure-rise Anime Design Greymon Kit figures, and I would say that he scales reasonably well with Bandai Digimon D-Arts, SH Figure Arts, and also the KO Figure Arts by DG Amazing. Yeah. And one thing I want to show you, that despite he is a model kit with this rather pale coloring, I will demonstrate you another thing here. Look at Anime Heroes Greymon. His colors for a new action figure of today's looks much more worse. This looks more metallic than this ugly gray matte components on Greymon. Against this, in compare, it looks great. Beaming it with light, it looks enough good. if you can say it like this, yeah. But at this point, guys, I have to interrupt myself again, because as I already announced in the intro here, I have to split this review in several parts, and here we are. This concludes review part 1 about a Bandai Figure-riseStandard Amplified MetalGreymon Design model kit figure. Of course, there will be a further second part about all my prepared things for the Amplified MetalGreymon Kit review. I can already reveal that the second part will start with the point option parts, which is another great and big aspect about this kit to discover. So don't miss the second video part and stay tuned for the continuation of this review and all the good further stuff. I hope that you have enjoyed part 1 of this review so far. If that's the case, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So goodbye, and until the second part of this review, take care guys, your Mega 88 1000.